Alright, hello citizens of the Nigelverse. It is Nigel here once again, and welcome back to System Shock Radio. So, 85 episodes. Wow, that's insane to think about. Uh, if you've been here since episode 1, if you're is this your first time here, or if you've shown up any time in between, thank you so much for coming along for the journey and for riding with me here on this journey. And today's topic, of course, it's kind of a special episode. I do it every 5 episodes. I do a special episode every 5 episodes. Um, Something interesting I want to talk about today. So, for those of you who know me or have been paying attention by now, know I love professional wrestling. I'm a huge professional wrestling fan. I watch wrestling on TV. I got the wrestling video games. In fact, I'm gonna probably continue to get the wrestling video games, good or bad, and I'm definitely getting AEW's Fight Forever when it comes out. Not gonna lie, hey, some more screenshots were revealed earlier on tonight, aka like yesterday, because it's 2 in the morning. But some more stuff was revealed last night at Full Gear, and not gonna lie, I'm a little bit scared. Some of the textures do still kind of look a little weird. Hopefully, some of that gets buffed out, but I think I think that might be close to what they look like in the final product. But I'm gonna try to retain my optimism. At least we're seeing some more like wrestlers. Like we saw Orange Cassidy and we saw Chris Jericho. Oh, and we saw Omega. We saw Mox. I think we saw MJF there as well. We saw Sting in these screenshots. So, um, some of them do look kind of promising, but a couple of them I am a little scared about, and yeah, and they got a new cover. CM Punk's no longer there. I wonder why, but yeah, so CM Punk's no longer there. And speaking of Full Gear, shout out to some new champion. Samoa Joe is now TNT champion. Jamie Hayter is now interim AEW Women's Champion, even though it might be permanent because Tony Khan's thinking of stripping Thunder Rosa of the title. And MJF is the new AEW World Champion. But yeah, so I say all that to say I love pro wrestling. I love talking about pro wrestling. I love watching pro wrestling. I got pro wrestling T-shirts. I don't have one on right now, but I do have Black Panther, which is really really cool. And I love pro wrestling and everything, but I will never become a wrestler. Well, I shouldn't say never, but probably just not anytime soon. And today we're gonna talk about why. So let's get into it. So when it comes to pro wrestling, this isn't out of a place of like disrespect. In fact, quite the opposite. The people who are in wrestling, the people who go out there night after night, week after week, putting their bodies and careers and even sometimes their lives on the line for the sake of entertainment, nothing but respect to you guys. But I know that's something that, at least at this moment in time, I probably cannot do. It's something I know I probably wouldn't be able to do. And I've boiled it down mainly to three major reasons why I probably wouldn't become a professional wrestler. Now, the reason I say at this moment in time is because maybe things could change down the line. Maybe one day I'll say, you know what, screw it, I'm gonna be a wrestler, or maybe I'll decide to be a wrestler, and maybe I'll change my mind. But for now, for this moment in time, I'm not gonna be a wrestler, and there's three major reasons why. The first one being, and it's not because of like getting in shape or anything. I'm definitely not in wrestler shape, but I can always train. Training is probably not gonna be easy, but it can be done, and I can train to be a professional wrestler. Or, like that part's easy. I can learn how to wrestle. I could go to wrestling school, talk with people who have wrestled, study them, stuff like that. That can be done. It may not be easy, like I said, but it can be done. Um, but the reasons why I will never be a professional wrestler, starting with the first reason being that I don't like to get hurt. like like wrestlers get injured a lot, and there's a lot of wrestlers on the injury list as of late. Um, I think I've only been like seriously injured once in my life, and that was when I was really, really young. I broke my clavicle bone, but other than that, no major injuries. Mainly because I never really played sports or anything like that. But I don't like pain. I don't like being hurt. I don't like getting hurt. Like getting hurt sucks. Like being laid up in like a hospital bed or having to take it easy and rest yourself at home sucks. Like when I sprained my ankle when I slipped off the bus, which I've told before on System Shock Radio. I forget which episode though, so if you can find it, props to you. And actually, let me know if you find it where I told the story. But when I sprained my ankle, it hurt. Like it hurt to walk, and sometimes it still flares up and it hurts a little bit. But yeah, so imagine that, but possibly on a regular basis and being hurt even worse. Whether it's tearing something in my body, such as like bicep, tricep, MCL, ACL, little stuff like that. Logan Paul literally tore his. I think Jake Paul said it wasn't his MCL that he tore, but it was his ACL and his meniscus. But yeah, no. Like that would hurt. I'd be out for a while. And the thing is, not only would I not be able to wrestle, but while I'm hurt, I probably wouldn't really be able to do like regular stuff as well, because of wrestling. Besides wrestling, I should say. Like, well, also because of wrestling, because I got injured wrestling. Now, truth be told, you can get hurt doing really anything in life. Like if you slip on something, if you fall, something like that. So you can get hurt doing anything. But I feel like your chances increase when you're doing stuff like wrestling or just really any sport in general. Oh, but yeah, so I don't like pain, and getting hurt sucks, and I don't want to go through it. Some of my friends who have been injured, they'll tell you it definitely isn't fun. I'm sure the wrestlers will tell you it definitely isn't fun to be injured and everything. And God forbid it's a serious injury, such as like what happened with Draws, where D'Lo Brown accidentally pile drive Draws and broke Draws' neck to where he's now paralyzed. I think he was fully paralyzed. I think he just got feeling back in his arms, but yeah, God forbid a situation like that happens, or a situation where I die in the ring, like what happened with Rey Mysterio and Perro Aguayo Jr. or in AAA. That is not something I want to happen, and that's why I know I couldn't do it. Now, all like I said, all the props in the world to the wrestlers who know these risks and go through with it anyway. And it kind of reminds me of like the old school commercials, like the "Don't try this at home" commercials, where they talk about how there's injuries and everything, and they talk, and it's a bit dramatized. I think is the word I'm looking for, but it's very real. Guys like Batista and Rey Mysterio and John Cena talk about the injuries they've had, and they say don't try this at home. And they mean it. Like, now granted, that didn't stop me and my sister anyway growing up, but yeah, that's very much real, because you can very well get seriously hurt doing that. And the fact that sometimes the areas you're wrestling could just make the injuries worse, such as like if the mat you're using doesn't have good support, or if you botch something and you like mess up and everything. Then the next reason is I feel like I'd be criticized a lot. I feel like a lot of wrestling fans now there's two sides to the wrestling fandom. There's the side that I'm kind of on, where we're just here for the ride and we enjoy wrestling and we're normal people. Even though we love wrestling and everything, we still have normal lives and we still do normal people stuff. But then you have people who spend most, if not all, their time on the internet in the wrestling community just pretty much trying to start as much trouble as possible, knowing the wrestlers, doing just all kinds of messed up stuff, stalking a few of them, breaking into their houses, like like touching them, trying to harass them, both through social media and sometimes in real life. I feel like as a wrestler, there's a chance I might go through that, and I definitely don't want to because having my privacy invaded wouldn't be the greatest. And honestly, that's a lot of celebrities, but I feel like with wrestlers especially, that happens. And yeah, it's not something I want to go through. I don't want to be harassed or bothered just on a regular basis. I don't want to be like consistently be mocked or hated for stuff that where sometimes it's not even my fault. Oh, like that's happened with a lot of wrestlers where they're saddled with like a really crappy gimmick or something, and so people like turn on them. And then sometimes people just turn on some wrestlers for no reason and just start hating them nowhere. Like that, I would hate. But the last reason I will never be a wrestler is because I'd be traveling a lot. Now, I do like to travel. Oh, I would love to travel a lot more, and I'm definitely going to now that I'm out of college and everything. But with wrestling, you gotta travel from place to place to place, and so you're not home for a while. Like you rarely get to see your family or your hometown or anything like that. You may see them like if you pass through, like if you either if you're in the city, if you're performing in the city, you could excuse me, you could take a visit to see your family and everything like that, or you could take like some time off to go hang out with your family and everything. I think that's what Omos did after Crown Jewel. He spent some time in Nigeria visiting his family. They said it's the first time he's seen his family since 2007, if I'm not mistaken, and which is really really sweet. But yeah, not being able to see my family for long amounts of time, I feel like would definitely suck. And like being away from my family, it would be pretty hard. Obviously, we call each other and keep in contact and everything, but that'd be pretty difficult. That and traveling a lot puts a lot of wear and tear, especially like WWE's travel schedule. And honestly, any wrestling promotion, but especially WWE, because WWE oftentimes goes out of the country. Like they go to the UK or they go to Saudi Arabia, they go to Canada, stuff like that. And like travel can put a lot on you. I've only been on an airplane in a few times, a handful of times, and that was to visit family in Virginia. And jet lag is definitely real. And imagine that, but on like a regular basis. And yeah, it wouldn't be quite fun to go through that like on a regular basis, having to travel, not really getting to spend too much time here because now you gotta head to the next city. Like that travel schedule would be kind of difficult to maintain. And a lot of like ex WWE superstars have talked about how grueling, and even some current WWE superstars have talked about how grueling the travel schedule can be for WWE. And it, on one hand, it does kind of make sense. WWE is a global wrestling company. They go around the world, around the globe, and everything. They hype up how much they go around the globe and stuff like that. But yeah, all that traveling, it would be nice to see a lot of stuff and see a lot of different people and see a lot of different things as I travel. But at the same time, yeah, I wouldn't really be around my family too much, which would suck. But yeah, so those are the reasons why I will not become a wrestler. Like I said, there's a chance I could change my mind later on, but for now, not gonna happen. However, if I could be like a wrestling manager, I think that'd be a little bit better. That way I don't have to get physical in the ring. I can take maybe 1 or 2 bumps per year, or maybe, if that, and just as get to have my charisma and personality shine through, while not getting hurt in the ring and stuff like that. I think being a manager There's still the travel and everything and the fan scrutiny and stuff, but I think that'd be a little more manageable if I wasn't also adding like physically performing on top of it. But so that is why I will not be a wrestler. But thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I've thought about being a wrestler in the past, but all this stuff taking into account, I just know it's not for me. But thank you all so much for watching. And of course, once again, first of all, if once again, the storm's still going on here in Buffalo, so hope you're staying safe, hope you're staying warm and everything. But also, I want to say to those of you who know these risks when it comes to wrestling and decide to continue to wrestle anyway, all the respect in the world to you. And it's super annoying and frustrating when people try to write off wrestling as like fake or like BS and stuff. Like, these people go through a lot, and they definitely deserve a lot of respect for what they put themselves through. But nevertheless, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did enjoy, please do me a favor, like, comment, subscribe, share it with your friends. Turn on post notifications so you know every time I upload a video, so you can see it as soon as it drops. Let me know in the comments, would you ever want to become a wrestler and why? And if you want to become a wrestler, I say go for it. If you know the risk but want to do it anyway, I say go for it. Or don't let me stop you. Don't let this video stop you at all. In fact, I'm rooting for you. But thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Peace.